Solving linear equations. To solve a linear equation means to get the variable all by itself on one side of the equal sign and everything else on the other. And to do that, we always do the opposite operation. Here, we have x plus 4. So instead of adding 4, we are going to subtract 4 from both sides of the equal sign. Whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you always must do to the other side. The 4's cancel out, leaving x by itself, and on the other side of the equal sign, 8 minus 4 is 4. You can double check your work by putting your final answer back into your original equation. 4 plus 4 does equal 8. Another example, x minus 2 equals 7. Opposite operation of minus is addition, so we are going to add 2 to both sides of the equal sign, and our 2's cancel out, and that leaves us with x equals 7 plus 2 is 9. Another example, 4x equals 48. Remember, 4x means 4 times x. Opposite of times is divide. So instead of multiplying by 4, we're going to divide by 4, both sides of the equal sign. 4 divided by 4 is 1x, or just x. In algebra, we typically do not leave the 1. And on the other side of the equal sign, 48 divided by 4 is 12. X equals 12. Another example, n divided by 4 equals 7. Instead of dividing by 4, we are going to multiply by 4, both sides of the equal sign. The 4's reduce out, leaving just the n, and on the other side, 7 times 4 is 28. N equals 28. Sometimes you will have like terms on one side or both sides of the equal sign, and you need to combine those first before you start to get your variable alone. So here we have 4x minus x, and that gives us 3x, and 7 plus 8 gives us 15. So now we have 3x equals 15. Once you have all your like terms combined, we can now go about solving for x by dividing both sides of the equal sign by 3. The 3's cancel out, leaving x by itself, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. X equals 5. Another example, 2x plus 4 equals 8. Before we can get x by itself, we must get rid of all other terms. So we need to get this 4 out of here by subtracting 4 from both sides of the equal sign. The 4's cancel out, leaving the 2x by itself, and 8 minus 4 on the other side of the equal sign is just 4. Now that we have our variable term by itself, now we can divide both sides by 2 to get x by itself. X equals 2. Another example, we see we have like terms on the right side of the equal sign. We must combine those first. So we have 4x minus 3 equals 3x plus 1x is 4x minus 3. Now we need to get all our variable terms on one side, constants on the other, so I'm going to subtract this 4x out of here, which means I must do it on the other side of the equal sign as well. But you see that our variable terms cancel out completely, and we're left with negative 3 equals negative 3. We have no more variables, but we're left with a true statement. When that happens, that means the solution is all real numbers. All real numbers, or in other words, infinitely many solutions. any number would work for x. Another example, combine our like terms first, gives us 3x minus 7 equals 3x minus 11. And in this case, when we subtract 3x from both sides of the equal sign, once again, our variable terms completely cancel out, but we're left with negative 7 equals negative 11, and that is a false statement. When you cancel out all your variables and you're left with a false statement, that means no solution. There is no number that x can equal to make our original equation a true statement. Therefore, no solution. Solve linear equations containing parentheses. When you see you have parentheses, the first thing you need to do is distribute the term or the variable outside the parentheses and then drop your parentheses. So this will give us 28 equals 7x, negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. Now we combine our like terms. 28 equals 7x minus 3x is 4x plus 12. Now we can go about getting our variable term alone by getting rid of that 12 first. So we're going to subtract 12 from both sides of the equal sign. And that gives us 16 equals 4x. Finally, we have our variable term by itself. We can now get rid of the 4 by dividing both sides of the equal sign by 4. And that gives us x equals 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4.